Tony, you're a well-known character in the space, and you've got Catalyst proposals too, and these are the ones that you want to propose today, probably, and wrap them up within a really short time so that everybody can understand them, even if they're not from the space. And why don't you tell a little bit about yourself and about the projects, about the both of you?
Sure. So, Marcus, thank you for having myself and Laura on today. I guess maybe not everyone knows, but I'm no longer with IOG. I'm now working full time for StudentReader, and I like to say that I'm running for product manager for the Cardano community through the Catalyst program. It's actually pretty cool to have an opportunity to, uh, have a career shift and work for a community like this. I think there's never been anything like it before, at least that I've seen. So it's really an exciting new chapter. But let me introduce you to my new boss, Laura, and she'll give us an intro to her background, and we'll share some slides and do a little presentation of StudentReader.
Perfect.
Hi. Hi. So
Hi.
I'm Laura, founder of StudentReader. And StudentReader's mission is to onboard technical and non-technical students into Web3 technology by making education more accessible and affordable. We're excited to be here to talk about our Catalyst proposals, but first I wanted to kind of give you an update as to where we are. So StudentReader minted our first VNFT, Foundations of Decentralized Identity. Through that mint, we've been able to fund our scholarship treasury. We tested our scholarship redemption process earlier this month successfully, which went live on mainnet. With our partnership with PowerLearn Project, African Blockchain, and Adanian Labs, we're identifying our first cohort of 10 students to give them the opportunity to request an ADA scholarship equivalent to 400 USD once they complete the Atala Prism 101 course and receive their course completion credential. Their course completion credential. So sorry.
Take it easy. We're amongst
Yeah,
friends.
it's a little early. But we're even more excited to, as Tony said, welcome him into StudentReader as our product manager. So I'll let Tony talk about our Catalyst proposals.
Thanks, Laura. Super excited to be working with you formally and to let the community know. I think this is the first time we've sort of announced it. So you have an exclusive here, European Cardano Town Hall. As Laura mentioned, we're super excited. We started this journey about a year ago at Rare Evo. And in the past year, we've put together the governance framework at Trust. We worked with Summon Platform on the multi-sig wallet, where the Treasury is holding enough scholarship funds for 10 students to get $400 for completing the Foundations of Identity scholarship program. And what we're developing with StudentReader is learning labs where we run experiments with emerging technology and also onboard new users into the Cardano ecosystem through incentivized learning. And we have two tracks. One is around decentralized identity, and the other is around AI agents. And so you can go right now to studentreader.io and take our Decentralized Identity 101A course, which funds scholarships for the 101B course. And you can also take our AI Agents 101 course. And these 101 courses really are meant for technical and non-technical audiences, and they create a fun, gamified way to experientially get access to new emerging technology, while at the same time building an ecosystem and growing the Cardano ecosystem. And if you want to learn more about the learning labs, you can just go here to studentreader.io, click on labs, and you can see all the different labs we have. So we have, as I mentioned, these first three are currently open. So anyone can go right now and take these learning labs. The ones that are on our roadmap are related to our Catalyst proposals. So this has to do with adding smart contracts 101 to our curriculum, so people can get not only a foundational understanding of what smart contracts are and what oracles are, but actually have the experience of interacting with them. And as we go forward in our roadmap, we get into adding AI agents into the ecosystem and using those to ease the onboard into emerging technology and Web3 ecosystems. So one way to look at what we're doing is through the delivery of learning labs. But there's more than that, because as we're delivering these learning labs and onboarding people into the ecosystem, we also have a product roadmap where what we're really driving towards is building a new kind of social network where people own, hold, and control their social graph. It used to be we would write down our list of friends in our address book and put it in our pocket. And like we kept track of who our friends were. In today's Web 2 world, everyone else is keeping track of our friends. So when we go to connect to someone today, we always do this dance of, well, should we talk on Twitter or Facebook or LinkedIn or Slack or Discord or Telegram or Signal? And it's very fragmented. And so one of our proposals has to do with the self-sovereign social graph. And this is built using Atala Prism. And the way we deploy our roadmap and our learning labs, we're bringing people into a new kind of social network. So this is really what we're trying to get to with our Catalyst proposals is the bleeding edge of decentralized identity, the bleeding edge of AI technology, and merge that into an experience where AI agents are taking you through a choose your own adventure game. And you're winning Squircle coin by completing quests. And with that Squircle coin, you can vote in the DAO. And so these are like really fun, like zero financial risk ways for people to experientially learn about Web3, AI, and blockchain technology through the learning labs, but also deliver for the Cardano ecosystem really new ways to use AI technology in their own projects and to learn how we might build a better kind of social networking experience inside of the Cardano ecosystem, keeping ourselves really at the forefront of where Web3 is going. And so you can find out more about our Catalyst proposals and roadmap on our website here. If you click on the Catalyst link, it takes you through our roadmap here. And if you click on GitHub roadmap, that will actually take you to a more detailed breakdown from a sort of tech engineering software perspective of how we'll be building this out. And then each of the proposals is detailed in this Catalyst section of the website, where you can see how each of the proposals has an experiment statement, a learning lab that we'll build and deliver for non-technical and technical audiences, as well as how it sort of builds towards that product vision that we have. And I'll pause there for questions, because that was what we have.
Sorry. Yeah. First of all, sorry for not introducing you, Laura, but I thought this would have been better with Tony's hands, because he knows you better. And I think you feel like a familiar person that you don't have to present. Sorry on my side. Who is DJ Squircle? Or do we get to that in a second?
No, so it's really fun story. So I've been a bedroom DJ for like a decade and a half or so, and through the Cardano community at Consensus 2 years ago, I got a chance to DJ in public for the Cardano after party. And shortly thereafter, my kids were saying that I needed a DJ name and I couldn't just be DJ Tony. So they came up with Squircle, and everyone thought it was really a silly DJ name. And I thought, well, like DJing is meant to be fun, and like I do it for fun and just for myself. And so I was like, if the DJ Squircle name is kind of silly, that's great. So I ran with it. And when ChatGPT came out, I was wondering what to do with ChatGPT. And so one of the first questions I asked it was, who is DJ Squircle? And it was really interesting because it came back with that DJ Squircle is an escaped AI, and he's maybe a cousin of Baby Yoda.
How
And
cool is that?
it was pretty mind-blowing. So I just sort of kept running with that. And at one point in time, I heard someone had been using ChatGPT to do to like be a dungeon master for like Dungeons and Dragons. And so then like one day I was wondering how I could do something interesting with the Summon platform because they had just launched and on mainnet, like this was a month or two ago. And so that's where this idea to do like Daogen came in. And I was like, well, maybe we could use AI to do choose your own adventure games, kind of like Dungeons and Dragons, but then use a DAO like Summon platform where the characters could like vote using some coins. And like this is how Daogen was born, was sort of through like ChatGPT and like wondering, and then Squircle had already sort of come out of ChatGPT, and so then I started
Luna
wondering.
Vega had to come in, and Luna Vega had to come in.
Yeah, Luna Vega came in, and then if you go to daogen.ai, you'll see we've built actually like around 20 characters for various people in the Cardano ecosystem. So for example, Franklin, what's his Franklin? So Adam Rush is Franklin, and various people. So we've been crafting these AI characters, and people really get engaged with that. So we minted the Squircle coin. People were actually buying Squircle coin and paying us to craft their characters, and we put the characters in this Slack room, and we started putting other AI characters and sort of testing this idea of could ChatGPT run a fictional choose your own adventure game, and it turns out it can, and then we started playing with other kinds of characters. So Falcon 8 Quest, FAQ, he's the customer support AI agent. And I hooked it all up through my laptop. So my laptop was running these AI agents, and we were playing this little game, and like these, like enough people came in and were like interested enough and entertained enough to like spend money on Squircle coins. Not a lot of money, like $20, right? For like 10,000 coins or whatever. And so that's how it was born. It was sort of born through experimentation. And then we thought, well, how will social networking work? And maybe Daogen could be a place to really be a product development lab, where we're blending these different emerging technologies through education, but also building an experience that people would enjoy and be entertained by. And that's sort of the origin story and how we got to where we are with the roadmap that we have.
Cool, because that would have been my second question. How would I, as a user, imagine the merging experience of StudentReader and Daogen?
Yeah, so the AI 101 lab will have you create your own AI avatar. So you'll basically take, and this is where the non-technical audience comes in. We're going to make it really easy for people to just build their own AI avatar through sort of some prompting that will sort of like prompting 101 really. And then once you have your AI avatar, you can go to daogen.ai to see examples of them. That avatar comes into the Slack room and joins the Daogen adventure. And so
that would be the guy, like the Brave Star guy. There's one who looks like Brave Star and the horse.
Yeah,
the cowboy and the horse.
Our first experiment was Squircle DAO. And so we created this fictional narrative called Music of the Cosmos, and we created chapter 2, The Great Miami Crypto Heist. And so right now in the Slack room, there's a Daogen master that's run manually by me that's telling the story of the Great Miami Crypto Heist. So everyone is, playing this poker game, it gets rated, and there's like political intrigue, and the players, through their Squircle coin that they can either buy or earn through doing quests, sort of vote on the characters. So here's all the characters we have. And these are real people that are out in the Cardano ecosystem. Like Draco Novastrom is Jerry Fagosto, who many people know him. He was in charge of the commercial operations at IO for a while. Yasuki, this is one of the Cardano ambassadors in Florida, Cornelius
And
Franklin.
that
So this is actually Adam Rush from the Summon platform. So you can see their backstory.
he's not the guy for winter.
Yeah, don't mess with him, right?
Yeah.
So it's meant to be part social network, part choose your own adventure game, and part, a fun way to play with cryptocurrency, to play with DAOs, without risking your financial, uh, you know, self at all, right? You can earn Squircle coins by just doing simple quests. Just building your character, getting through the learning lab, you earn Squircle coins, which means you can vote on the story and participate.
Okay, but they're not going to get listed on a DEX, or you don't know whatever happens.
That's not really in the plans. I mean, the Squircle
Mhm.
coin isn't really meant to be something that people would like trade or, degen about. It's more meant as an educational tool to,
Cool.
learn how to vote in a DAO and like get your cryptocurrency wallet. So if in a year people decide to, like let's take Hosky down as the most worthless coin, we'd be down for that kind of challenge.
Okay. But that one is a mainnet too, so that people just understand where to find them in the end. I mean, I've seen you get them on Summon and on NMaker, but I guess this will be also being told within the platform then, so people will understand more. They just have to sign up on your website to get into the loop, and from there you will guide them. And they already can sign up, as I've seen.
Yep.
And
So yeah, as soon as we launch the AI Agents 101 lab, we'll be letting everyone know that signed up either in our Substack or one of our forums on the websites to come in and build your AI character, and we'll be doing we'll be completing chapter 2, the Great Miami Crypto Heist, and then we'll move on to chapter 3. And I think the topic of chapter 3 will likely be a vote of the players, right? So we'll have a Daogen master that will ask the players, what kind of adventure game or choose your own adventure like should we do? But everyone that builds a character automatically earns Squircle coins, so they can automatically, just by building a character and going through the lab, be part of the next chapter.
So really inclusive approach here. I like that. I like that. How do you steer those guys, Laura? I mean, you have like really strong people there. I must say that it probably needs a lot of power to push them into that direction where you want to have them.
Yeah, no, it's easy.
They're all hardworking anyway. That's really cool. Really, really cool. So what do you expect people to do now when they get to the website? First of all, of StudentReader. And when they, for example, see, I mean, it's connected to the Atala book as well, right? And they can fund African students there as well. So that's basically one part of the mission of StudentReader, if I got it right.
Yes.
So that's
yes.
a pretty cool thing. What I accidentally did, I went on that button for the African students only, because it was late at night, and I clicked myself through. I signed up again with my book from Book.io. Did I break anything with that?
No.
No.
So in order to be able to request the scholarship, you have to have a student credential, which we are issuing again through Power Learn Project, African Blockchain, and Adanian Labs. So you
Cool.
have to have two credentials. So even if you go in through that 101B, you can still go through the process through the course. But at the end, you don't have the ability to redeem the scholarship because you need both credentials for that.
Okay,
So
wonderful.
Marcus is trying to hack the scholarship. We have our first hacker.
I would like, when I signed up for Atala Prism, when I did the program, I went through I got the book first, but I took the classical route. And I thought, okay, now I have finally the chance to connect my book to the course. And I saw, okay, now I have another item. Did I break something? I hope not. I hope not. My
No,
credential is going to get updated. Start from scratch.
you could get two. You could get a 101A completion credential and a 101B completion credential.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So I could brag about it.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you. Anything else what you want to add?
Well, I think we would love for people to come to studentreader.io. You can take the 101A decentralized identity learning lab today. You can take our LangChain AI 101 learning lab today and get started learning with us. And we'd love your support on our Catalyst proposals. And so we have a Catalyst link in the top of our webpage where you can learn about our
And on the
roadmap
bottom here.
and as well here. So click on that and share our roadmap. Ask us any questions. And if you'd like to be in chapter 2 or chapter 3 of the Daogen Choose Your Own Adventure game, just fill out any of the forms. We'll be reaching out to people once we get that launched.
And can people get you on Twitter as well?
Absolutely. So at StudentReader.io, this is Laura's account. I'm doxing her. And I'm Tony Rose 023. And we also post as DJ Squircle and Luna Vega. Because one of the things we're also experimenting with is, what is the internet going to look like when AI agents like start to actually, start to come more online. And we think that world is actually coming pretty quick. So it's
did you connect the Twitter API, the X API with Squircle and
not yet.
Luna?
But one of the things I think the future holds for us is that our AI agents will filter most of the internet for us. And so that's sort of part of this experiment is you'll find DJ Squircle on LinkedIn, you'll find him on Twitter, you'll find him on GitHub. And what will it mean when the world starts to have more capable AIs doing work for us on the internet? Like, how do we know when we're interacting with an AI? How much can the AI sort of filter all the noise on the internet and, be my assistant? So, this is really a big part of what Daogen and StudentReader are exploring and helping to onboard people into is, in this era of exponential tech, we all have to be lifelong learners to stay, not even to stay ahead, just to keep up. And this is where we want to keep the learning fun as well as bring people on board and also develop our own selves by continuing to like experiment. We love this idea of working in open with the community and delivering that openness through learning labs, while at the same time building a product vision that we think will be self-sustainable.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.